California has had more tornadoes than Oklahoma and Kansas this year. You read that right. I've been meaning to make this quick video for a little while now because one of the first storms after the crazy Camp Fire in Northern California, the winds got so incredibly strong that I did have a really bad feeling like there was going to be a tornado. And I had remembered that tornadoes have touched down in California. It's actually pretty common. They're not usually too strong. I remember reading there was a couple tornadoes that touched down in Los Angeles some years ago. So I really take my feelings seriously when I have a bad feeling, because the last time I had a bad feeling was before the campfire, and the last time I had the feeling before that was before the Tubbs fire. So here's a weather story you probably never thought you'd read. California has had more tornadoes in 2018 than both Kansas and Oklahoma. Yes, we're talking about one state famous for the tornado that blew Dorothy away in The Wizard of Oz and its neighbor to the south. Both states can be found in the notorious Tornado Alley, while California is hundreds of miles away and more known for suffering through earthquakes. Kicking off this notable 2018 statistic, the National Weather Service in Sacramento asked its Twitter followers on Wednesday to identify which of the three states, California, Kansas, and Oklahoma, has had the most tornadoes so far this year. %. The answer is California. Neither Oklahoma nor Kansas have had a single tornado so far this year, which is very unusual. Specifically, there have been 0 tornadoes in both Kansas and Oklahoma in 2018, according to the NWS Storm Prediction Center. There have been 4 in California. 4. And there have been plenty across the country, too. As the National Weather Service Sacramento points out in this map, and it's not just not in those 2 plain states. Oh, wow. Northern California right there. Ah. Where's that? That looks like Chico. That looks like right where we just had the fire. Wow. So you think that's unusual? Well, get this. Oklahoma is about to break a record for the most days in one year without a tornado since 1962. That year, there wasn't a tornado until April 26th. How do these states usually fare each year when it comes to tornadoes? Data from the National Centers for Environmental Information shows that over an almost 20-year period from 1991 to 2010, California averaged 11 tornadoes per year, while Kansas averaged 96 and Oklahoma averaged 62. California tornadoes in 2018 include one that dropped in 40 miles north of Sacramento in Wheatland on March 21st. It had estimated wind speeds between 65 and 85 miles per hour, causing minor damage. You guys, this is one of the things that really freaks me out the most as far as weather events goes, because I do not have a cellar or a nearby shelter. I mean, I would really have to make a run for it. I'd probably do better in a low-lying ditch than I would running to the nearest shelter. And cars aren't safe. Buildings aren't safe. You gotta be underground. So I really need to get on it and just talk to some people in my area and see if anyone has a basement because I can't think of a basement near me at all. It's just not the type of living structures that have basements where I am right now. So anyway, I recommend that no matter where you are in the country, just have a plan for tornado safety, because there was another headline that came out of the Midwest where people were taken by surprise of a tornado that formed and they had no warning. So this is getting freaky. The weather is doing unnatural things because it's not climate change, it's climate manipulation. You just have to go to weathermodificationhistory.com and click on the timeline, and you can see a list of all the experiments we've ever done, for the most part. There's no such thing as an act of God anymore. Sadly, those days are gone. And I was just watching Gone with the Wind. Speaking of Gone, I saw the real clouds in one of the first scenes, and it made me so happy because I miss those days when you saw real clouds in the sky. Those were actual God clouds because they were not created by chemtrails. Real, actual God clouds. That's what I call them. When the sky was still God's sky. And if you don't like that word, sorry. But what I mean to say is it was natural. So, please prepare yourselves for tornadoes, earthquakes, tsunamis if you live on the coast, because it's about to get day after tomorrow up in here. All right. Peace.